Hello everyone, it is snack time. I am talking about healthy snacks today. I've got a bunch of them. I've got healthy snack recipes for you, as well as some of my favorite store-bought snacks. Because I know you're home right now. I know you might be sick of being home right now. You may have kids at home right now. And everyone might get hungry, or worse, hangry. And we don't want hangry. Ideally, you get all of the nutrients and food that you need at mealtime. You probably have 2 to 3 meals a day, and each of those meals should carry you to the next one if you have all the right ingredients. But I know, we're in a pandemic, you might not be eating as well as you want, you may not have the time, you might be balancing work, kids, schedules, I get it. So that's why I want to give you a bunch of ideas for healthy snacks. All right, you ready? For those of you I don't know, I'm Kelly Page, certified transformational health and nutrition coach, and I'm the owner of the health and wellness website Tasting Page, where you're going to be able to find a lot of the recipes that I'm going to talk about today, as well as links to a lot of the products I'm talking about. So if you want to get in on some of these crackers or bars I'm talking about, it's all in the link below. So let's dive in. Snack time. What are we trying to avoid and what do we want in a good snack? The problem is a lot of snacks out there are super high in carbs. And carbs send your sugar up and that brings your energy up. So not a bad thing, but it's not long lasting is the problem. The simple carbs shoot your energy and sugar levels up, and then you come crashing down. And that can lead to additional cravings. That's the problem. These empty carbs can lead to additional cravings. They don't fill you up. You know how you could eat like a bag of potato chips, but can you eat like an enormous bowl of salad and just be like, whew, I'm done? There's just a difference to them, and there's a difference in your satiety, meaning how full you get. And you want to get full because you don't want to eat every minute. It's okay to have varying lengths of time between meals, but ideally you're getting everything you need at each meal. But let's say you're not. Let's say you need a snack. Let's say you're traveling. Let's say you've got a kid who's just really hungry. So the 3 key components of a good, healthy snack are protein, fat, healthy fat, of course, and fiber. These 3, or even when you get 2 of them together, that helps to maintain your blood sugar. And you want your blood sugar to be maintained. Because when it drops is when you're hungry, and then you get hangry, and then you get really upset, and then you grab something you don't need or want. So the things that have these 3 components tend to be real food. They tend to be food that looks like food in nature and isn't processed. So some of these are like an egg. Eggs are great if you don't have an egg intolerance. If you can digest eggs, eggs are great. It's got your protein. Hard-boiled eggs are fantastic as you can take those anywhere. And I have an avocado lime deviled egg that's really good because that combines avocado, which is a healthy fat, with your protein, and it's got some fiber in there. So that's a fabulous snack. Smoothies are good too, but you just gotta be careful about what you're putting in the smoothie. When you load it up with only fruit, that is gonna still produce a spike in sugar. It's gonna send you up. It's a natural sugar, so obviously much better than a processed sugar, but it's still sugar. And what you want is to slow the processing down. Smoothie is better than a juice on slowing it down because you do still have the fiber of the fruit in there versus juicing where it extracts just the juice, and that will really send your sugar up. But I always say if you're gonna have a juice, have it with something with fat and protein and fiber as well, so you slow that processing down. All right, eggs. Smoothies that have greens in it, you can also throw in a protein powder. You gotta be careful. The protein powders can be a little dicey with extra sugars and carbs and other things, but some sort of like a collagen protein, I'm a big fan of that if you can find the right one. You can throw a dollop of a nut butter or seed butter in there. All of that is good. Another great snack, olives. Olives, monounsaturated fat. Those Greek people know what's going on. Olives are so good. They're heart healthy, full of antioxidants, supposed to help with inflammation. I love these little packs. These are all organic and you can take them with you if you have anywhere to go, that is. But you can also just throw one to your kids. Olives are a great snack that'll fill you up. They've got a little bit of fat and lots of good health benefits as well. Hummus. Hummus can be good if you can digest beans. Now, my paleo peeps may want to avoid beans, and if you have trouble digesting and get a little bloated after eating beans, you may not want to have a bean-based hummus, but I have 3 hummus recipes on Tasting Page that include no beans. They are made out of vegetables. It's a cauliflower. I have a cauliflower hummus with kale pesto. It's really yummy. I have a carrot hummus and a broccoli stem hummus. So instead of chucking your broccoli stem, some people just lop the stem off and throw it away. You can make a hummus out of it. And those are really filling and they've got nutrients in it. Yay, yay for nutrients. So those are all great ideas. Avocado. I always have avocados in my house. It's a healthy fat. It can help lower bad cholesterol. It's also been shown to help protect your skin from sun damage. It's got fiber, potassium, magnesium. It's great, and it's healthy fat and protein, and it's even got some fiber in it, so it's complete. Guacamole is an easy one. I have a recipe where I slice them and roll them up in slices of smoked avocado. Put a little pesto in there. You don't have to do the pesto, but that is a power bite, and it's all real food. You have energy balls and bites. I've got a couple recipes for those, but those are fantastic when you can just take some nuts or seeds or whatever it is that you feel good about. But the key is if you're making them, you know the ingredients going in. They don't have any of the maltodextrin. You always want to avoid maltodextrin and sugar in all of its forms. Another one of my favorite real food snacks. I use celery for everything. I always have celery in the fridge. Celery and nut butter, sun butter is one of my favorites. If you have a nut allergy, sun butter is fantastic because it's just sunflower seeds, and that's all that's in here. Nothing else. Nothing else. So you can feel good giving kids celery and sun butter. Peanut butter if you want. If they don't have allergies, there's other nut butters. You can dip your celery into hummus. You can also use apples with this. Again, you have your healthy sugar. It's a fruit, right? So it does have sugar, but when you combine it with a healthy fat, like nut butter, it's gonna keep your blood sugar more stable. So that's gonna give you more energy. It's gonna slow your digestion, which is what you want. All right, what else? Nuts. Yes, I keep my nuts in a jar in the fridge. I buy them raw and organic, and I've got a link to what I like. I soak them in water with a little bit of vinegar. I do that for my nuts and my seeds. And then I rinse them and dehydrate them in the oven. Yes, I know it's a process, but if you have sensitivities to nuts and seeds, this can really help you digest them. It can help you retain the nutrients that you want. I mean, you eat food to get the nutrients, get energy, and ideally it's tasty. And then I keep my nuts and seeds in the fridge just so it keeps longer. So nuts and seeds are great. It's a healthy fat, you get your protein, you get your fiber. Nuts have been shown to reduce heart disease. It may also help prevent certain cancers. So try buying them organic and raw. That's a good way to go. And eat them in moderation. It is a healthy fat, but it's still fat, so you don't want to eat, a cup of them. Just say about a handful, about a quarter cup, fit in the palm of your hand. That's usually a pretty good amount. Let's move on to salty snacks because I know kids like salty snacks. I'm a salty snack gal myself. Sometimes you just want to crunch on something, and if the celery ain't cutting it, I move on to crackers. And there are some good crackers on the market now, healthier crackers that I'm really excited about. Hu, I think you pronounce this, Hu, H-U, Hu. Love these crackers. These are from a Paleo Peeps. They're gluten-free and grain-free, and no tapioca, no dairy, no maltodextrin, no refined starches, no sunflower oil. These are awesome. The everything flavor is fantastic. I mean, that's just a snack too, right in itself. You can put that on your sun butter, make a total complete snack. And they also just have a plain sea salt that's tasty. Mary's Gone crackers, they make a really good cracker too. Now, these are not grain-free, they are gluten-free. So they do have grains. It's got a quinoa-based flour, so if you can process that, these are super tasty and they're really crisp and they're nutty, and again, good to spread hummus on or a nut butter or seed butter, or just eat them straight up. And my other cracker, yep, I like me some crackers. Simple Mills, these are paleo. These are grain-free, gluten-free, and free of all the crap. They've got sunflower seeds, flax seeds, hemp, chia. So these all have vitamins and nutrients. That's what you want. You want the vitamins and nutrients. You don't want the potato chip, while tasty, is designed to make you want to eat more. And again, it's the blood sugar. It is stripped of any merit of any nutrients. And so it just sends you on a crashing ride that you do not want to be on. Bare, B-A-R-E, makes some good fruit and veggie chips. And all it is the fruit or the vegetable. That's it. They don't add anything else. There's nothing artificial. They're baked and not fried, which is great when you compare that to the potato chip. And there's actually nutrients in it. And it's got your fiber in it. So it's, again, slowing the blood, slowing the blood sugar level, and keeping you a little more steady. So that's what you're aiming for. Kale chips, you can make your own. Kale chips are super easy. You just dry them, put a little olive oil, a little salt, throw them in the oven for 15, 20 minutes till they start to crisp up. Super tasty, right? And healthy. All right, let's talk about bars, because I know people love to grab a bar when they're hungry and they want a quick fix. Bars are great, except most bars are like all carbs and all sugar. And when that happens, these are called energy bars, right? They shouldn't be called energy bars because they barely give you any energy. They just spike your sugar and then you go crashing, and then you need to eat a ton of food in the next half hour to an hour, right? It doesn't last long. So I have picked some bars that I like because they have that balance of the protein, fat, and fiber that I've talked about. Epic is one of my favorite bars. If you are a meat eater, Epic is your brand. They have great beef bars. This is a chicken sriracha bar. They also have jerkies, kind of like bacon and cured pork. Yeah, super tasty and minimal ingredients. So when you eat this, you're gonna be full for longer. That's the difference between eating a healthy bar and eating a bar with a bunch of crap in it that doesn't have any of that protein that you're looking for to keep you going. I'm also a big fan of Paleo Valley. Paleo Valley these are pasture-raised turkey sticks. It ain't no Slim Jim, it is much better. Their food is all pasture-raised, it's organic. And you know, when you eat that, you're avoiding the pesticides that you get from conventionally raised animals, but you're also getting more nutrients and more omega-3s, that fatty acid that's so good for you. So these are fabulous. And again, minimal ingredients. I really like their stuff. If you are not into the meat, I get it. Primal Kitchen makes a good bar, makes a lot of good bars. If you can eat nuts, they have a lot of nut-based coconuts in it, healthy fats. They're pretty tasty too, so those are good. And I also like Bulletproof's collagen bars. So the protein that they use is collagen. Collagen's great for your hair and your skin. They also have MCT oil in it. MCT oil is gonna fill you up. It is a healthy fat. Ladies, it's also good for hormone balance. It's just good for that blood sugar balance. So all of that is good. And they have some tasty flavors. Vanilla shortbread, apple pie. Those are good. And if you just want something, you know, a little meatier, or not necessarily meatier, but just something to sink your teeth into, these little seafood packs are good. They have a lot of different brands make them. Again, you just want to make sure they're wild caught if possible. Super healthy. Rip it open. Just take a fork. You can throw a little olive oil in it. Put some olives in with it. It's a healthy meal. What else? Anchovies, tuna, sardines. I've got recipes for all of these on my website. There are also healthy snack delivery boxes like Nature Box and Prana. They both have like nut mixes and seed mixes and various healthier snacks that most of them are gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free. So that's what you want to look out for. And when you're making your own snacks, just, you know what real food looks like, right? And then you know the stuff that comes in boxes. And not everything in boxes is bad, but you just want to make sure that there's minimal ingredients. They're ingredients you can pronounce. Ideally not with gluten, dairy, and sugar. You may have an intolerance, but sugar will inflame your body regardless. And it also won't fill you up is the problem, because you want to be filled up. That is why you're eating, right? It's one of the reasons you are. So you want to avoid the fillers, the processed food, any ingredients you don't really know the name of, you don't know how to pronounce. So have it look like food in its most natural state. That's always a good call. And having that combo of fat, fiber, and protein will help keep you full, keep your blood sugar level, keep your energy high, so you won't need more later. You won't have the cravings for sugar later. Now, I know I just went through a lot, and I go through this stuff in a lot more detail with my coaching clients, and I am taking a few new clients for this summer. So if you want to get your health in order, you want to figure out what you should be eating at meals and what you shouldn't, and why snack time really isn't even necessary if you're eating well, send me a link. And if you just want more healthy snack recipes, click the link and you can get more recipes, as well as where you can get a lot of these store-bought products as well. Happy snacking.